Hello and welcome to another video by Legoland Explorer. In this video, I'm going to teach you tips for going through the park. Just so you know, these tips are in my opinion, and currently some of the stuff isn't open, so it's going to be tips on what is open currently. You might want to grab a pen and paper. I'll wait a couple seconds, or you can pause it. Okay, welcome back. First place you're going to want to go is a robotics play center and creative workshop. This place is first come, first serve. You're going to want to sign up for that right away because they do get booked up very quickly, and then you won't have an opportunity to do it. We went towards the end of our day, which was a big mistake. They were already booked, so that's the first place you're going to want to go. This is number 11 on your map. So as soon as you come into the park, the main entrance, you're going to pass the big store. You're going to make a left. After you make the left, you're going to see a build-in test. Right next door to that, if you're looking at the building on the right hand side, is a doorway. That's where you have to go in to sign up for this. So that place I would go to first. Now after signing up for that, I'm going to bring you back to the main entrance to use that as a starting point. After you come in the main entrance, if you want to get pictures without people in it of MiniLand, then you need to go straight, and you would go past Brick Party. Brick Party is the carousel, but that's only if you want to get MiniLand with nobody in the pictures. Personally, I would leave MiniLand for last. There's no real lines. You can kind of go in there, but as I said, if you wait until later on, there's going to be people in your pictures. So now, if you want to skip MiniLand, as you come in the entrance, you'll pass the big store. I would leave the big store for last because you don't want to walk around with, you know, stuff that you've bought, and there's really not a line for that, so you could just walk in at any time. We made the mistake of getting stuff early on, and we ended up having to carry it for most of our day, which was kind of annoying. Skip MiniLand and you skip the store, make a left, you keep going straight down. Okay, the reason why you're skipping the carousel is because everybody's going to go straight to that because that's the first thing that you see, and if you go to that later on in the day, there should be less of a line. Okay, so now out of the big rides, I would leave the factory ride and Ninjago for later on in the day after you've done some of the other stuff that is outside. Ninjago and factory ride, the queue is partially inside, partially outside. So on a really warm day, you're going to go in and out of air conditioning. So I would leave that for towards the end. Personally, for my family, we're going to go straight to the roller coaster, the Dragon, which is all the way in the back of the park, but you can work your way back out. The whole park is a circle, so it's one big circle. So if you go left and just keep following around and around and around, you'll eventually come back to the entrance. If you go straight into MiniLand and you follow to the left all the way around and around and around, you'll come back to the entrance. So it's one big circle. I filmed MiniLand on May 29th, so if you want to see what that looks like, it's in the description down below. I also filmed the tower climb. I can put that in this description below. So you can see all of MiniLand in the description down below. So I personally would do the Dragon first. If your kids aren't big enough to do the Dragon, I would do the Dragon's Apprentice. Then after that, I would go to driving school. If your kids aren't big enough to do the larger driving school, they can do the junior driving school. After that, I would do the Fire Academy while you're there. And then after that, I would do the cinema so that you don't have to backtrack and come all the way back. So now you basically did everything that is in the Lego City area that is currently open. So currently Lego Pirates is closed, so you have to skip that whole area. So now if you continued that way, you would end up at MiniLand. It's up to you whether you want to do MiniLand then, and then go back and get some secondary rides, or if you want to backtrack a little bit and go get some secondary rides then. At this point, I would probably backtrack, and then I would try Ninjago and the Lego factory tour. Now there's also other nice little areas like the Ninja training camp, which is really nice, but there's no lines, that's outside. But I'm guessing that's going to get very busy at some point. I showed some of that in one of my videos, which was the videos of the figures and views around the park. You'll see my daughter found out the hard way you shouldn't go on it when it's wet. She slipped and fell, but she was okay. Currently the wharf and the Coast Guard were closed when we went, so I'm not including those in this as well. I did do a video on all the closed stuff when I went on May 29th, so you'll see that in the description down below as well. I'll include that. There are some specialty attractions which I will not mention in this. They include a fee. It's different kinds of games and stuff like that. I didn't try any of that. There also are a lot of rides that we did not try while we were there, so I can't give you my opinion on that as well. But you'll see the lists of what there is, the secondary, and my suggestions. In Lego City, there is a restaurant called Briccolini's Pizza and Pasta. I did do a review on that. That'll be in the link down below as well. I did do the carousel, which is called Brick Party. I'll put that down in the link below. We did not do the build and test. We will try that next time we were there. That kind of gets a little bit of a line. It's an inside. We did not do DJ Dizzy's Disco Spin. We skipped over that. We did not do the Duplo Express. We did pass the stepping stones, which you will see in the video that I used for figures and views around the park. Those are really cool. It's motion sensitive, and the instruments play when you pass them. Like I said, we did the Lego Factory Adventure ride. I did film that, but it was my first time on the ride, so I'm not sure how well I captured everything that you were seeing. I will post that eventually, and I will put that in the description when I do, but I will have to refilm it after I've gone on it a couple more times to learn where everything's going to be that I'm going to see. We did not get to go on Jay's Gravity Force Trainer. That was closed at the time. Lego Ninjago, the ride, was really fun. You can't really film it too much. It's inside in the dark, 4D glasses. You have to do like karate moves about 8 inches above a sensor. And what it does is it throws fireballs at bad guys on the screen. My son really enjoyed that a lot. That was probably his favorite ride there. Like I said, I would leave that for later on in the day because the queue is inside and outside. So you'll get air conditioning when you go inside. On a warmer day, you're probably going to want to do that later on. The Lego Friends Nature Trail is basically just a walkthrough of all different figures. That you can see in my figures and views around the park. You'll see most of them there. Fortunately, it was raining that day, so there is some raindrops on some of my film. But you'll get an idea of what it is. That there's no line, so you could leave that for later on in the day as well. Merlin's Flying Machine, we didn't do that. That is very similar if you've ever been to Legoland Discovery in Yonkers. It's similar to that pedal going up in the air type ride. We skipped that because we went to some of the bigger rides. Tower Climb Tournament, that is a really cool ride. We did that ride. I'll link that in the description below as well. Basically, you're pulling on a rope. You don't need to be really strong. It kind of helps you. You get it up to the top, you let go, and it slowly goes down. It's not like a free fall kind of thing. That was a really cool ride. We had a lot of fun on that. The Dragon I talked about earlier, that's the bigger of the two roller coasters. That should be a lot of fun. That was not open when we were there. I think it is open now, so that's going to be our first ride to go to after signing up for the robotics next time. The Builders Guild, I did not know that existed. We did not do that. I'll have to check that out next time I go there. Legoland Theater was not open as well, so we didn't get an opportunity to see that show. Although it was very cold on the day that we went, which was May 29th, We did go to Wizard's Frozen Wonders. We got the apple, and we got the cotton candy and chocolate ice cream. The apple was really good. It wasn't like a strong apple. It tasted really good, and the cotton candy was good as well. I did a video on that. I'll put that in the link in the description below. If I show you any of the rides, the numbers next to it correlates with the map, which you will receive it when you get into the park. So if I say it's a certain number, that's the number that it's on the map, your Legoland map. I'm going to read the list of rides and attractions, and the number coincides to what you would find on your map. So we have Brick Party, which is number 7, Build and Test, which is number 9, DJ Dizzy Disco Spin, which is number 10, Robotics Play Center and Creative Workshop, which is number 11, Duplo Express, which is number 12, Stepping Tones, which is number 14, Lego Factory Adventure Ride, which is number 16, Jay's Gravity Force Trainer, which is number 19, Lego Ninjago The Ride, which is number 23, Ninja Training Camp, which is number 24, Lego Friends Nature Trail, which is number 27, Merlin's Flying Machine, which is number 29, Dragon's Apprentice, which is number 31, Tower Climb Tournament, which is number 33, The Dragon, which is number 34, Builder's Guild, which is number 35, City Police Build Experience, which is number 38, Junior Driving School, which is number 43, Driving School, which is number 44, the Palace Cinema, which is number 47, and the Fire Academy, which is number 50. Remember, these are only the rides that are currently open. The ones that are closed, I did not list. Now I'm going to list what I consider the secondary rides and attractions. Brick Party, which is number 7, Build and Test, which is number 9, DJ's Dizzy Disco Spin, which is number 10, Duplo Express, which is number 12, Stepping Tones, which is number 14, Jay's Gravity Force Trainer, which is number 19, Ninja Training Camp, which is number 24, Lego Friends Natural Trail, which is number 27, Merlin's Flying Machine, which is number 29, Tower Climb Tournament, which is number 33, Builders Guild, which is number 35, City Police Build Experience, which is number 38, and Junior Driving School, which is number 43. I put Junior Driving School on here because my kids are a little older, so to me this would be a secondary ride. To you it might not be, depending on the age of your child. Now I'm going to list the rides which I consider main attractions. Robotic Play Center and Creative Workshop, which is number 11, Lego Factory Adventure Ride, which is number 16, Lego Ninjago The Ride, which is number 23, Dragon's Apprentice, which is number 31, The Dragon, which is 34, Driving School, which is number 44, the Palace Cinema, which is number 47, and the Fire Academy, which is number 50. Okay, so this is my suggestion, my order of the main attractions. I definitely would go to the Robotics Play Center and Creative Workshop, number 11 first. Then I would go to the Dragon next, which is number 34. If your child is smaller, or if you have one that's small and one that's big, Dragon's Apprentice would be considered the second choice. That would be number 31. The Dragon and Dragon's Apprentice would be tied for second. Then you have the Driving School, which is number 44. That and the Junior Driving School, I didn't put it on this slide only because the Junior Driving School I do not use because my kids are older than the 6 years old. Then I would consider number 4 as the Fire Academy, which is number 50 on your map. And then I would do the Palace Cinema because that's nearby. That's number 47. Then I would do the Lego Factory Adventure Ride, which is number 16, and the Lego Ninjago Ride, which is number 23, because, as I said earlier, their queue is inside and outside, so you get some air conditioning. When it's going to be hotter out, it's going to be better to be in an air-conditioned queue. I would refilm this at a later date when everything else opens up, and maybe I'll end up changing the order. I hope these tips were helpful. If you think they were helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. Ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I post something else. If you have any questions or something you'd like to see, please comment down below. Like they say with Legos, everything is awesome. I'll see you in my next video.